It's your boy John the Liquidator coming back with another video. So it looked like there's news coming out of Cleveland that trading Shedeur might be the worst thing the Browns could do. We finna talk about this article, man. For this one here, we got to go all the way up to Cleveland. Let's get it. Let's go. Oh, there is another battle that is set to take place in the city of Cleveland that is involving superstar quarterback Shedeur Sanders. Now, Shedeur Sanders fans, the real Shedeur Sanders fans, will not be mad if he be traded from the Browns. Hell, even myself, I'm gonna be very happy. I mean, running through the house happy if he get traded for the Browns. But that news has not been broken, so we got to deal with the team that Shedeur Sanders is currently on. Now, Deion Sanders Jr. did go on Mr. Organic podcast, Organically Speaking, and stated that the Browns is a cool organization, which is great, which is big coming from his brother, stating that, he know that people feel a certain type of way about the Browns, but they actually really good people. I'm not saying they're bad people. I've never once said they was bad people, but I feel like how they go about with Shedeur is looking bad to me. Now, with that being said, we know that there is big time trades still to be coming to the NFL. Just like last year, the Browns is going into training camp with 4 quarterbacks in the quarterback room. Last year, they let Kenny Pickett go. He was the one on the chopping block. It's going to be very interesting to see which one they let go by the end of July this summer. Me personally, I feel like it's probably going to be Taylor Green. I feel like they can definitely get some out of him or get some for him. As for Dylan Gabriel, I don't know if they'll be able to get anything for Dylan. And we know when it comes to Shedeur, they'll be able to get a lot for Shedeur. And me personally, I don't think that they're going to trade Shedeur. But just like I stated, there was an article that had came out of the pipeline in regards to Shedeur time possibly being over in Cleveland, how it will be the worst case scenario for the Browns if they do so decide to trade Shedeur Sanders. It's being reported that a Shedeur Sanders trade will create the worst case scenario for the Browns. Goes on to say, even if Deshaun Watson wins Cleveland Brown quarterback battle, trading Shedeur Sanders this summer makes no sense whatsoever. The Cleveland Browns will continue voluntary OTA workouts with Block 2 this week. Wednesday session will mark the media's next chance to provide fans a glimpse of the much-debated quarterback battle between Deshaun Watson and Shedeur Sanders. So mark your calendars, expect Wednesday to be the day we get to get some more film, some more look at this battle. I'm pretty sure we're probably going to hear from Todd Monken. We're probably going to hear from maybe the quarterbacks. Last week, the quarterbacks was unable to talk. We didn't hear from them. Now, while there's only so much we could lean into glorify passing in camps in May, the Browns have a mandatory veteran mini camp scheduled for June 9th to the 11th. Having the full defense on the field, most notable Myles Garrett and Denzel Ward, should kick things up a notch this upcoming offseason. Now, with that being said, we're going to scroll down here to the second part. It states a Shedeur Sanders trade will create a lose-lose situation for the Browns in 2026. Goes on to say there's not much upside to trading Shedeur Sanders this summer, especially with the Watson era in Cleveland almost certainly coming to an end by 27. Spending day 3 draft picks on developmental quarterbacks is typically smart NFL business, but as long as you'll be able to develop that player into as a seeding asset that pays off for you, the team down the line. Now, there has been a growing notion with this whole development thing. Now, if y'all is in the development business, why come Shedeur ain't starting? Why is Shedeur on the bench if y'all in the developmental business? Because last time I checked, you got to play some games to be development. So it don't look like the whole development thing is going to work for them this year, at least from what I see. You feel me? Now, I could be wrong, but from what I seen, I don't think they plan on developing Shedeur. I just have to be honest, man. Now, it goes on to say, to Wilcott's point, the timing of a potential trade this summer would be kind of brutal. Hypothetically speaking, he would have just lost the competition to a 30-year-old veteran coming back off an ACL injury. the Browns will likely struggle to get even a 5th or 6th round draft pick in return for Shedeur Sanders in that scenario. That can't be the kind of payoff the Browns were envisioning. When they traded up for Shedeur Sanders in the 5th round in 2025, if Watson wins the starting job this summer, Shedeur Sanders will provide significantly more value to Cleveland. As the top backup, Shedeur Sanders' upside, coupled with cheap rookie scale contracts, make him an ideal pair for Watson, who is set to make, we all know, $46 million this season, man, which is still crazy to me. Now, the Browns can likely swap Gabriel for a late day 3 draft pick, which would keep Watson and Shedeur at the top with Green in the number 3 development role. Sanders has already passed Dylan Gabriel on the proverbial depth chart, and he makes less money than Gabriel, who was a top 100 pick in 2025. If the Browns are trading a quarterback this summer, Gabriel makes the most sense. If anything, Shedeur Sanders brought a much-needed spark to a Cleveland at the end of Kevin Stefanski's tenure. Basically, man, this is saying that they're not going to trade Shedeur. Shedeur bring eyeballs. Shedeur get people talking about the Browns. And we know anytime something is get talked about, that is going to make headlines. Now, there's something else I want to talk to you guys about. There is a clip. ESPN did a little segment on Shedeur Sanders and spoke about the battle, because we know this battle was growing legs and it's definitely going to be talked about, man. So I want to play this little snippet here for you guys from Get Up that took place. I believe this was yesterday. I believe they are off today. And I want to play this for you guys here real quick. Let's roll this. Listen to what they got to say.
He's played 19 games. He didn't tear his Achilles tendon once, which is a catastrophic injury for quarterbacks. He did it twice. He played 7 games 2 years ago. If the 4 of us were running the Cleveland Browns and we had to feed our family based on the reasonable likelihood of good quarterback play, that is not the fact pattern we would be basing it on.
No.
Why not go with Shedeur Sanders, where he showed some flashes as a rookie? He has high upside. If I was running the Browns, why not go
because
with
you paid him the money.
Right, but that's a sunk cost, and that's ancient history.
Yeah. We all know aware of the history of the Cleveland Browns, right?
Sure.
Nothing good ever happens to them. What can be the
Exactly. Nothing good ever happens to the Browns.
worst thing than Deshaun Watson taking $230 million and then ball out on his way out the door, and you know you can't re-sign him because of what he's done the years before? That is perfect Cleveland drama.
That's sadly true.
He's played.
Yes, bro. And that's all I be saying, man, when it comes to the Browns, bro. I've just never been a Browns fan. Like nothing about the Browns. But get down in the comment section. Let me know y'all thoughts about this, man. Keep them Bills on. And until next time, dog, shake the damn haters off. I'm out of here, bro. Peace out.